It was the story we couldn't escape during the past NFL season. You know what I'm going to say. Taylor Swift showed her support for her boyfriend Travis Kelce, bringing in, and there's no denying it, a whole new audience. But it sure did stir up a lot of opinions among football fans. Why am I bringing this up? You'll see, because joining me is my radio friend and the very Irish,
thank you,
Colleen Lindstrom, everyone. There we go. Okay.
She's not Irish. I'm like, my name means Irish girl, Jason.
Yeah. What your name in Irish means what?
Girl. Colleen literally means Irish girl.
Okay, that's what happens when I don't read what Jeff wrote. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's like Anchorman.
Yeah.
Also, my maiden name is Brady, which is about as Irish as they come. So. It's fine.
You're very Irish.
It's
yeah.
fine.
And I love that you're wearing a green dress today too. I mean, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even need cards for this because you and I have talked about Colleen. We're legit friends. We were just at Disney together.
We actually were.
But this started because of football. This topic of not making excuses or apologizing for your joy.
So it's funny because my husband has been trying to get me to like football. He's been trying to get me to like the Vikings, but football.
Yeah.
We've been married 21 years. 21 plus years. And I never could get into it. Suddenly, Taylor Swift, who I love, is dating Travis Kelce, and I'm all in. And I am unashamed of it. And yet, there are loud people who are trying to steal my joy. And I will not allow it to be thieved.
Yeah, I will. I love that. I will not allow it to be thieved. No.
I'm keeping it.
Why do you because relating it to, because I had just done a little monologue about this and it's been for years, where Colin and I get judged, eye rolls, whatever, when we talk about the fact that we go to Disney a lot. Disney, because of the life that we have and the great jobs that we have, it's my happy place. It actually relaxes me, and it's one of the few places I can go where it's just happy to me. But I always feel the need to explain it or apologize for it, and it frustrates me.
Yeah.
Why do we feel the need to explain our joy?
Well, I think honestly, it doesn't actually have anything to do with you. We all have holes in our life of places where we wish we could be happier, or we want something that somebody else has. And sometimes that's expressed in a way of saying, oh, you do that thing, I don't like it. And then it makes you feel like you're in a position. I'm gonna just touch you a lot.
Please go ahead.
Okay, good, that's my joy. That puts you in a position to feel like you have to justify it. And the truth is, we should never have to justify our joy. If somebody else is not feeling joyful in their life, that's for them to examine. Unfortunately, people who are not feeling joy in their life are not always prone to self-examination, and that's the problem. But you don't, I mean, I've seen.
Oh, that's a good,
It's true. It's true, because you and I both know, we've been in public-facing careers for long enough to know that a lot of times people are going to come at you for something that is like, why?
Really not about you.
It's not about you at all. And so you get to, your only defense is to just say, I'm happy, period, full stop. No, I'm sorry. No apology. You get to be happy. No explaining.
Because this happened recently with us, where I felt the need to, even Colin, somebody judged, and Colin and I had this, we had this long walk. We were walking, and we were justifying why we were there. And I stopped myself. I looked at him and I go, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, why I'm doing what I say I don't want to do, and that's justifying it to you, who I don't have to justify it with.
In the justifying, you are giving your joy away. Does that make sense? So like as you're walking along in Disney World having this conversation where you're having to justify to somebody who you don't know why you're there in the first place, that takes you out of your joy. So stay present in it. Be mindful in that moment, and you don't owe anybody anything.
Isn't it also you're giving your power? I know this sounds very Oprah, and I don't want it to, you're giving power
Yes.
away to somebody else. You're
Right.
really giving them power
Yes,
over you.
yes.
And that should anger you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. No, and Jason, listen, I felt this way all the way through the end of that football season when people were being really judgmental about Taylor Swift being at the game and cheering on this man who she clearly actually loves. And you know, then you and I had that conversation about Disney. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is if we would just spend more time trying to find our own happiness and less time trying to cut down somebody else's happiness, just imagine how the world would be.
That would be a great place to end it, but I want you to talk about one more aspect. We have about a minute left. What this is subconsciously sending to daughters.
Oh, okay, so this has been, I've heard many people say this in many different versions, and I will just piggyback on the message that when you are complaining about Taylor Swift being shown for all of 24 seconds during a 3+ hour game, your daughters are listening to that. And what they're hearing is it's not okay to take up space. It's not okay to be who you are. And is that the message you really want to be giving?
Subconsciously,
yes.
They may not realize it, but that's what they're getting.
Yes. Yeah, and you're making your daughter hear that she should be apologizing. That Taylor, there's like a scene, not a scene, it was her life, of her after a game and somebody's yelling at her, like, you're ruining the game, and she says, Taylor Swift says, what did I do? And what did she do? She showed up to go to a game like thousands of other people did, but she's cheering for her boyfriend, and that's...
And she can't help that CBS and Fox and ESPN and their cameras put her on.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, hello, ratings. Like, right, they're not dumb. You know, it's the same as Beyonce being played on a country station. Ratings.
Yeah.
Hello, they know.
Show business. That's right. We have more business with Colleen when we come back. Back in a moment. So good. So good. More with our buddy Colleen Lindstrom. Follow her on social media. We'll talk more about it in just a second. Plus a new project that she's working on. But let's have a little fun. We got all Oprah there for a minute. But when I'm around Colleen, we just have a lot of fun. Oh, if you could only hear what we just talked about. But anyway, if there are cameras,
we cannot.
We cannot. But you made the rounds on social media because of a certain video. You went to Adele recently in Vegas. Tell the story, if you will.
Okay, so my best friend and I, she's my ride or die. Her name is Alicia Perkins. You know her, you love her.
I love Alicia.
She's the best. So she and I decided, like, all of our presents forever. Okay, not forever, but like for this year, our presents to each other was going to be to go to see Adele in Las Vegas. So we splurged. I got the code because, you know, you can't just like buy tickets.
No.
You have to get a code and then get the pre-sale or whatever. Anyway, I found these great tickets like right on the mezzanine level, and I had studied because I knew she walked through the audience. And I also know of Adele, she gets distracted easily. So we were trying to like calculate like how are we gonna distract her? So we had a plan. We thought, okay, we're gonna get a selfie as she's coming up. And we were fumbling with our phones, and Alicia said, I'm gonna get video of her, and you just you do the camera piece. I'm like, I'm on it.
Girl, you had strategery.
We did.
I
were
love this.
Strategic.
Yeah.
And so
look at this. Let's roll it, Leah, while you're talking. Talk through this.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So she's waving, she's looking at the crowd. So she's in the middle of her song When We Were Young. And this is how far we are from her. She's singing. Now you'll see her eyes kind of scan down, and she'll see that we're trying to take a selfie. And this is Alicia's video. And I have my back to her, but I'm looking at her through my phone, and there she photobombs our
No!
It's an Adelphi. It was. I might have watched that video upwards of 1,000 times by now, because, you know, this, speaking of joy, speaking of like those little moments, she created a moment for us.
A core memory.
A core memory. She knows, Adele knows she's Adele. And she, right?
Yeah.
And she saw little old us, and she fully knew if I photobomb this, like this is gonna make their lives. And I'm good, I can die happy now.
Well, don't.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, you know.
But whenever it happens,
You'll be good?
I'm good.
You got photobombed by Adele. That is fantastic.
I know, and how lucky is she? She's in a picture with
I know.
Alicia and me.
Hey,
I mean, really?
Okay, you work, because I don't want to run out of time.
Yeah.
You do so much good stuff.
Oh, thanks.
You're working with the new mental health app, Cadre?
Yeah, so I am working with this wonderful new app that's the best app. You've never even heard of it, but you're going to hear more about it. It's called Cadre. You can find the website at joincadre.com. And what Cadre is essentially social media for mental health. And so what you're going to find there is a community of people, from clinicians who are experts to everyday people trying to make their way through life, talking about all kinds of different things. Things like being a caregiver for a child or a parent with a diagnosis, anxiety, depression, all kinds of things. You know, we're all walking through life with baggage, and we're just looking for people with a matching set. And so that's what you're going to find at joincadre.com.
I don't have matching luggage, so I need it.
I know,
I
me
need
too.
it. Yeah.
Me too.
I love that you're doing this.
I love that I'm doing this too.
And then the bronze medal life. Tell folks where to find you.
So I am at thebronzemedallife.com. I have a Substack. I have a podcast, and really, it's all just about, you don't have to go for the gold. We put in the same amount of work, but we're okay just being okay.
That's right. Find her at Substack, which I don't even know. She had to explain what that was to me. You can also find Colleen on Instagram. Just search for Colleen Lindstrom or that Irish girl. That's right, yeah.
That's me.
That's you. I didn't know, yeah.
So Irish.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
I love you.
I love you. Oh.